Good morning, everyone, and welcome. If you are on, drop her some love. I want the energy to already be up in the chat so when I announce her, she's feeling the love. So if you are logging in from wherever you are, can you just say hi from? Are you coming in from Delaware? Are you coming in from Maryland? You coming in from Virginia? Are you coming in from across the pond? Where are you coming in from today? Just go ahead and let us know where you're coming in from. I want her to know she's got people all over just excited. So when she gets on here, she just sees the love. Okay. You can start to just share it. If you haven't already, please share. Tell people we're live. Join her book launch. Oh, hello. Good morning. I see y'all in the chat. Oh, I'm feeling the energy. Okay. I'm feeling the energy already. Oh, we got some Delaware, Virginia. We got some North Carolina. Oh, this is so fantastic. If you don't know me, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Rachel E. Banks. I am the third child and the second daughter of Sybil and Dwayne Bull. Takes two to tango. And I am going to be your host for this party. All right. The lady of the hour, she's looking radiant. She's looking beautiful. I'm going to hold you back only for one more minute from seeing her greatness. Please go ahead and share. All right. Oh, I'm loving the love. Loving the love. We have Virginia Beach as well. Come on, y'all. This is so fantastic. If you don't know, this is actually book number 2, and we're really excited for that. I'm going to tell you what we're here for, okay? If you don't know, maybe someone just sent you a link. This is a virtual book launch party, okay? So I'm just going to ask a few things from y'all. I don't know what's going on in your life today, but I want you to dial your joy meter all the way up, okay? You're allowed to be extra with your joy. You're allowed to be extra with your celebration. I want her to feel it all the way from wherever you're logging in from, okay? So I'm going to give us a little practice round, all right? I want you to get your confettis ready so that when she shows up on the screen, I want it to be a confetti waterfall. I want everybody to set them at the same time, okay? So please go ahead, set up your confetti, okay, right before I get ready to announce her. All the confetti, all the party balloons, all the streamers, the dancers, everything. Don't send it yet, okay? Pause, pause, pause. Confetti waterfall means you wait for me. And when I say presenting the lady of the hour, okay, let's work as a team. When I say that, I'm going to say, please release the confetti. And then boom, everybody sends it at once. Okay. All right. Y'all tracking with me? I hope you're tracking with me. So we have the one and only, the illustrious, the unstoppable, the courageous, the incomparable Sybil F. Bull coming to the stage. When she comes around, I need y'all to release your confetti. She's coming in 3, in 2, and in 1. Release the confetti. Let's go.
Hey everyone. Hello.
Let's go. Confetti waterfall. Let's go. Let's
Diane.
go. Let's
hey,
go.
Chloe.
Woo, woo, woo.
Thank y'all for being here. Oh my gosh. Isn't this a great host? The great host. Okay. The great host with the most.
The confetti waterfall. I'm loving it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Thank y'all.
Fantastic. Listen, I love it. I'm going to tell you right now, confetti is actually very difficult to clean up. So I'm loving this, confetti. This virtual confetti is everything.
Absolutely.
Everything. So one more time, if you're just getting on, please go ahead and share that we are live. They can come see us on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you are at. Okay. Share it out. Share it out. We always need something to celebrate. Okay. And this is a great time to celebrate. So first thing first, it has come. The day has come. How are you feeling?
I am feeling delighted. Ooh. Really grateful. And I want to say excited, but also in a space of awareness where I'm a little humble, that this is a moment that I get to share with all of these incredible people, but that I got to be a mom to 7 children. And now I get to share what I've learned. And so I just feel really humble in that space as well as gratitude. Yeah.
Looking fab for sure. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Thank you. Thank you,
Oh my
Angel.
gosh. Oh my gosh. I
Thank
tell
you.
you. I tell you. So you wrote a parenting book. The book we've been asking for, okay? We have little bite-sized nuggets, okay? And
Yes.
so if you don't know, the book is actually available for order already, okay?
Yes.
So you don't even have to wait. You could order the book right now, okay? We're going to put the link in the chat, but if you're on a computer and you want to scan the QR code with your phone, you can actually buy the book right now. There's no party like a party where you actually sell out your books. So why don't y'all go ahead and help her sell out her box of books today, okay?
Let me say this. For those of you who have already ordered, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Because some of you here have already ordered, and I just want to say thank you. I see you all saying, got mine, ordered mine. Thank y'all.
Your village is the best.
Yes, y'all are amazing. Thank you so much.
Listen. I'm just going to show you all briefly. It's called Just Appetizers. Building blocks of parenting. Okay, so it's foundational stuff. 7 lessons from a mom of 7. That's her. Okay, so if you want to, why don't you briefly introduce yourself and why you wrote this book and maybe who you're hoping to, bless and benefit with the book.
Okay, thank you. All right, everyone. If you're here, some of you may know me and some of you may not. I am Sybil Bull.
She is.
I am a teacher, a leader. I am a mom of 7. I have been able to learn a lot of principles from the chaotic space we call parenting. This is the thing about it. Someone may say, well, there's lots and lots of parenting books, aka me. That's what I said. But I was like, why should I write this book, and what would I offer a parent? What would I offer anyone who wants to love on a child? And in the conquest of overcoming my own stuff, I learned a lot of principles. I am a kind of person who believes that parenting can feel chaotic. It can feel overwhelming. You could judge yourself. And I wanted to present a book that just brought you some simple, powerful nuggets that will allow you to make big impact in your own life as a parent or grandparent, whoever you may be. So one of the reasons that I wrote the book was I wanted to make sure that I could offer to you the way I curated and cultivated my own space as a parent, being able to say to my child, like, I see you. I wanted to be able to build legacy. I wanted to make sure that I loved my child authentically, because one of the questions that people actually asked was, you got 7. How are you going to be able to love them? How are you going to be able to treat all of them the same way? And for someone who may have 1, right? Because this is not about if you have 7 or you have 1. It doesn't matter. These foundational principles will allow you to feel like you can actually parent in a space where you're making, it's like small nuggets, but big impact in your space. You're able to build resilience, right? You're able to help your family grow by nurturing them in this way. And also you get to grow as a person, which is why I loved how this book was curated and how God allowed me to write it for others who are in the same space, who are thinking to themselves, am I getting it right? I don't know. I don't want to tell anyone, but this feels like I'm not right. I'm not getting it right. I'm here to just be a part of the cheering squad to say that you could do it because I have done it.
Oh, I love that. Being part of the cheering squad. I think that it's a reminder that sometimes, like you said, parenting can be so overwhelming and you don't need someone to tell you how you're falling short. Sometimes you just need somebody to encourage you that you gonna make it, baby.
Make it.
And as someone who's a very new parent, sometimes that's all you need. You're gonna make it. And the one thing I love about the book is, like she said, it's bite-sized. So it's not one of those 300, 400 page books that I still have sitting from the library unread that they told me I now need to return because I didn't get to it. No, this is very achievable. It's very browsable.
Yeah.
And I just think it's so nice. And listen, we're trying to, like I said, have a party. Okay. And so if you buy this book today, if you did buy this book today, you actually get the ebook for her first book, Just Appetizers. And this one is Small Principles for Life's Big Hunger. And that was for anybody.
Yes.
You don't have to be a parent for that one. But if you buy this book today, you automatically, when you go to checkout, will get the ebook link. And so you don't want to miss out on that. So we're just so grateful you're here. We're so grateful.
Yeah.
So because we're thinking party, we have some surprise guests that she doesn't know is coming.
Surprise
to come be with her virtually, to ask her how the experience has been, or some questions about the book. And then, guys, it's a book launch, so we're gonna want her to go into the actually read from the book, so that we can actually really enjoy
who's coming.
So we can really enjoy some of these excerpts. All right. So
thank you all for the love. Thank you so much.
So if you're just logging in, please tell us where you're coming in from right now. We've had Virginia, we have North Carolina, we have Delaware, of course. Michelle, you holding it down, Delaware. We got anybody from Maryland in the house? Let us know. We love the love. And without further ado, we're actually going to get ready to bring our first guest on.
Come on, guest.
Okay, first guest on.
Come on, guest.
And this lady.
Should I close my eyes so I can?
Oh, you should close your eyes. Oh, that'd be so fun.
No, I can blindfold you.
I'm like, I'm blindfold.
Okay, they're gonna walk you through. I'm just gonna go through.
Cute.
Okay, don't mess my makeup.
Yeah, not gonna mess your makeup up. So you close your eyes. This lady is one of the people that you met early in your parenting journey. Okay, early in your parenting journey, she saw all of us when we was in diapers and pull-ups. Okay, and so we're going to call this a little bit of a reunion, because I think it's been a little bit, not too long, maybe a year or two since you've seen her face. But she's about to be brought on stage. Her eyes are closed, so you can actually go ahead and bring her on stage. My wonderful producer husband is running the show. Y'all shout him out. And without further ado, here is your first surprise guest. Hey!
Hey, sister! Sister, how are you? Oh, I'm so excited for you. Oh, my goodness. You know I get overwhelmed. So, but anyway, I'm so glad to be here. I'm honored to be a part of this. Sybil, well, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Pastor Pamela Jones. I hail from Minot, North Dakota.
Come on in the house.
But I've known Sybil, however old her oldest child is.
36.
So 36 years I've known her. Oh, what an amazing gift to us all. She is an amazing woman. Rachel is absolutely right. I can remember them as little babies and growing up, and we all grew up in the Love Temple Church of God in Christ.
Woo!
Oh, look what God has done.
History.
He is amazing. Amen. Amen. And I'm just so proud of you. Of course, I have your first book, and I'm getting the second book, and we're just so proud and honored to have you be a part of our lives. I'm just amazed what God has done, and I can remember those 7 little babies, and I know some days it was overwhelming, but listen, look, oh, God had a plan. He had a purpose and a plan.
Yes.
Oh my God. And it's just amazing to see his plan fulfilled in your life. It is amazing. I know greater things are coming. Listen, we just honored to have you. You are a true gift. You have been a gift in my life. You are my sister girl.
Yes.
Mommy's sister girl. Girl, we done snotted together, cried together, we done prayed together, we done laughed till we couldn't laugh no more.
That part.
Oh, goodness. Hallelujah. We have grown. We done felt them growing pains together.
Woo!
Through it all, God has kept us. Our friendship is amazing. I love you. I love you.
Sis.
I love you so much. So anyway, I guess I'm supposed to be interviewing you and getting some information from you at this time.
Okay.
So if I had one question to ask you, I wanted to ask you, can you share something that you wish you knew earlier in your parenting journey?
Something that I wish I knew earlier in my parenting journey one of the things that at the very beginning of parenting, and anyone that's parenting or your godparent or your TT, whatever you are, this thing is something that I hold dear to. And right now I actually teach a lot of individuals and leaders and different people about is emotional wellness in a space of optimum living. So for me as a parent, I think that we focus so much on making sure that the kids have what they need and that you're doing this and you're doing that and you get books and you do all this stuff. But sometimes you're not focused on your own well-being, right? And you're not focused on who are you in this moment. It's not just about the space of getting your nails done and being cute and making sure that you're still this independent person. Is the inside good? You know, how you're going to see the world, and everything come through that emotional space, come through the wellness space. And so for me, I think that the first, not I think, I know that the first 9.5 years, because I was having children between 20 and 30, those years, I was feeling all kind of things. And if I had someone who could say to me, hey, some of these emotions you feel are normal, or also some of these emotions you feel could be attached to, did you have trauma in your life? Is there rejection in your life? Is there abandonment in your life? So emotional wellness is something that I wish at the very beginning of parenting that someone would have said to me, girl, you need to make sure you good, right? Because you could pray. Yes. And you could fast and you could read your word and you could do all those things. But if the inside of who you are is not where it's supposed to be, and you don't start getting healing and restoration and really allowing a lot of things to be brought to the light so God can help you, then you're going to parent your child. They talk about it now. Some of us call it, we call it generational curses, but really it's just trauma, right? We pass it on that by the way we parent. So for me, I would say to any new parent, if you're an old parent like me, maybe you raised your kids in your trauma. Make sure that even in this moment, you check yourself and you go back and you say, it is well with me now. And I want to apologize for some stuff I did because I may have cycled you into something. So for me, I believe that's really important. And I can say that one of the things that I learned when I was parenting that came up also in the emotional wellness space is I realized that I was a workaholic. So that was not in a good, healthy space. And I was about to train my kids to be workaholics. And so when I became emotionally well, I know that it affected and it just promoted a space where it's okay to take a nap. It's okay to relax. It's okay to do certain things. And so emotional wellness is something that I wish at the very beginning when I was having that first baby, second baby, third baby, fourth baby, fifth baby, sixth baby, seventh baby, that I really understood. But I'm so glad that I learned it. And I put that in the book so that other parents would know that this parenting book is not just about making sure that your baby is amazing and all of the other things, but making sure that how you are parenting is from a place of wellness. So that's what I would say.
Praise God. Good.
Yeah, that's what I would say. So it's so good to see you. Listen, just before she leave and next guest come, let me just say this. Pamela Jones was my community. Okay. She was my community. She was my people. She was there. Well, I think a couple of times I called, I couldn't even talk. I was like, just pray. So emotional wellness and having good people who can help you in that space. Yeah, for sure. So good to see you. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. So do you. So do you. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to take a moment and just share from the book what I wrote, because there's actually a chapter in the book that I dedicated to emotional wellness for the parents. And it's just called Emotional Wellness in Action, which is very important. So when we are emotionally well, our parenting reflects patience, empathy, and openness. Let me say that again. When we are emotionally well, our parenting reflects patience, empathy, and openness. We're able to listen actively, communicate effectively, and offer our children the understanding and support they need to thrive. It looks like taking a deep breath before responding to the tantrum. Right? It looks like offering a hug instead of a harsh word, or simply being present in the moment with our child. So listen to this. Emotional wellness in action also means, conversely, when we are struggling emotionally, our parenting may reflect our internal chaos. So you pass that on as well. We might find ourselves reacting impulsively, withdrawing, or being inconsistent with our affection and rules. It's the moments when stress overwhelms us and we snap at a question that deserved just a thoughtful answer. That's why emotional wellness is so important in parenting. Although your children will push some buttons when you're emotionally well, and they will, right? Because that's just how it is when you love people. When you're emotionally well, you'll have some tools, and I put that in this book, that will help you to be able to deal with that. So these children getting on my nerves, that won't be you. These children that I love, I will become emotionally well so I can parent them in a place not of chaos, but a place of peace and love. That's in the book, y'all. All right, I see someone. Someone says when the Father wants to bless you, he gives you people. Thanks for being used by the Father. Oh, so good, so good.
Well, thank you for being here. It's such a pleasure also to see you myself.
Me too,
Say bye to her.
Mwah, mwah. Thank you for being here.
Oh, love you.
Love you too.
See you. Oh, that was so nice.
Yes.
Nice first guest.
It was a nice first guest, like all the way back. Changing
good.
Pampers for me. Yes.
Good.
Yes. So good. So good. That was really good. That was really good. History. Good.
Good.
I got so emotional.
Isn't that part of why you wrote the book? You were thinking about yourself when you were in that stage,
absolutely,
and what you needed.
Yeah,
I think it's worth saying though, this book isn't just for new parents, right? Who else could it benefit?
I believe that it could benefit. Again, you could be a grandparent. Maybe you already raised your children, or you're halfway through the journey, right? What I also learned from talking to other parents is that sometimes we may have missed one principle, one nugget, one step, one small thing that could make an impact. So for me, I would encourage you to just go and purchase the book, look into it, read it. There may be one chapter that really speaks to you. And what I love about life is we get the opportunity to go into spaces. We can't change what has happened in the past, but what we can do is I can say to Rachel, hey, maybe I raised you and I wasn't empathetic, right? Because I was a real hard person. I was a soldier. We got to go for it. Warrior ninja, right? But then maybe I'm learning empathy. And as I'm learning empathy, in the book, I share about why empathy is also important, because a child needs to have an empathetic parent. And that doesn't make you soft. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you a parent who's able to really do some things that nurtures that child and makes an impact for them to know they can also be empathetic and what it looks like. So maybe we have to go back to our adult children and say, you know what, I wasn't quite that person, and I need to be really recognizing an area that I fell short for, right? When you're reading the book, I feel like a person may say to themselves, oh, wow, I didn't realize that was what it was called. And you may think like we grew up generationally sometimes in the tough love, but we don't want to keep raising our kids in the tough love. We want to give them the right love, and so that they can do what needs to be done. So
yeah, the love was too tough sometimes. Sometimes the love too tough, y'all.
So I think that it's never too late. Yes, it's never too late to learn and to grow. And again, a part of your emotional wellness is to acknowledge, like, hey, this is where I was, and I'm so sorry. And I come back, and I want to be able to make sure that I do what I need to do in your life.
Yes. And there is a fun twist to it, right? You don't just call it Just Appetizers.
Right.
Tell them how you incorporated appetizers into the book.
Okay, so for those of you who are getting to know my writing style, I like to do small nuggets, right? And then exercises that go with it. So when you get the book, not if you get the book, right? When you get the book, I have little appetizers in the book that actually bring the family together. So one of them is nurturing with love, right? A personalized pizza. So I have it in here with all the different ingredients that we would do together as a family.
So cute.
It's so symbolic to what it looks like in love. So you can have a conversation with your family while you're making this pizza. You can talk about things that may feel uncomfortable in a space. And there's just this appetizer that you get to eat together because you're also learning to build, you're learning to nurture, you're bringing about a space that is just so safe for your child. And they might say something when they're putting that pepperoni, or they might say something when you're mixing that sauce, and you get to say, oh, we're nurturing love here. I hear you through that space of love and that dimension of love. So it's really fun. You're going to enjoy that part. And I can't wait to hear how you all use some of these appetizers that I share with you. Maybe you can create your own from what I've given you as well. But that's also in the book. And that's just going to be a fun thing that you can do with your family, your grandchildren, whoever you are. You can really enjoy that part.
Yeah, I think don't limit yourselves. Okay. Before I even had kids, I was what I would call part of a parenting team, right? If you're an auntie, if you're a teacher, if you're a coach, if you're a youth leader, if you participate in loving children and helping them to develop,
absolutely,
these principles apply. Okay.
Absolutely.
And so some people need more patience because it's their child. But if you're on the parenting team, we all need patience.
So true.
Some people need more empathy, right?
So
but
true.
If you're on the parenting team, okay. And so I want you to think about that, whether or not you have a whole lot of your own children. Right. You're probably on somebody's parenting team. All right.
So true.
So if you're on the parenting team, we want to be a united front where the child knows there's love and there's support and there's empathy. And so speaking of that, it does say 7 lessons from a mom of 7. There are 7 principles. So because of party, we wanted to have an audience activity. Okay. All right. And so
are y'all ready?
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to list the 7. I want you to reflect. I want you to be honest. I want you to tell me which one is your area of strength and which one is maybe a challenge. All right. Please, there are 7. Do not list all 6 in your challenge zone. We appreciate the honesty.
Okay, no shame,
we
no
appreciate the honesty, but you're going to clog the chat. Okay. 1 area of strength, 1 area of challenge.
No judgment.
All right. So let's actually go ahead and we're going to go ahead and list the 7. Okay. So you can just put your number in the chat. So number 1 is empathy. I feel what you feel. Already my challenge. Okay.
Empathy.
Number 2 is love. Okay. If you're doing what you're doing and there's no love, the Bible tells us it's just nothing. So love. Okay.
Yes.
3, communication. And I'm not just saying because I says so. All right.
I know you heard me.
Okay. Communication. Remember, we're doing which one's your area of strength and which one is your area of challenge.
Right.
Okay. 4, discipline. Are you consistent? Are you clear? Are you kind? Do you communicate before you discipline them so they know what's even happening? Are you firm with it, or did you say I'm going to do it and then you said, oh, but look at their face, I'm not going to do it no more? Discipline.
Yeah.
Okay. 5. This one's not talked about nearly enough. Fostering independence.
Yes.
Are you clinging to that child so tight when they get grown they're gonna stay home?
Helicopter.
They don't know how to be without you, or they just have to get out of the house because you are always trying to smother them. Or on the opposite, did you tell them so young to just do it on their own and they don't have the support that they need? So
absolutely.
Fostering independence. 6, patience. No, not just waiting, but patience. Not just holding back, but your whole face is showing that you're angry. Patience, okay? And then 7, what she talked about earlier, emotional wellness, your own well-being.
Yeah,
okay?
you're well.
What's going on inside of you? Are you just like a shell of a person who suppressed all of their childhood and they're just trying to work it out so they can make it to 18? Where are you at?
Watch this. The other thing is, or you the parent doing everything opposite because you are extreme. I didn't get it. I'm not going to do what they did to me because you didn't deal with those things, right? So yeah.
Yep. So now you overcompensate.
Yeah.
And now you want to make sure you do the most.
Yes.
The most.
Yes.
And as a knee-jerk reaction, right? And so what's your area of strength? I see some of y'all sharing. What's your area of strength? And then what's your area of challenge? And now just know it may change over time. I'm wondering as you reflect, right? We have empathy and love and communication and discipline and fostering independence, patience, and emotional wellness. Which ones, when you were a younger parent, would you say was like, I was actually pretty strong in this, but it was a challenge for me to do this?
I believe I was very strong in, let me look at this
empathy,
list.
love, communication, discipline, independence, patience, and emotional wellness.
I believe I was good in discipline. I believe I was good in empathy. That communication, though, I had to get that right because I was communicating in a space that a little person can understand. The things of, did you hear me? That I know you can hear because you got 2 ears, right? That's not good communication. So I believe for me, communication was something I needed to work on, but I didn't. I definitely was good with discipline and I was good with empathy.
My mom was a wonderful disciplinarian. She was. She's like, do you know why you're in trouble? It's like the police when they pull you over. You're like, I don't want to tell you, but yes, I do know. And you know, I still love you, right? I still do love you. Oh, I know you love me, but why? Yeah, right. So now, though, it's been many years. You've grown as a person. You've evolved as a person, which means you've also evolved as a parent.
Right.
So now, what do you feel like you would say are your top strengths, and what are maybe those areas that you sometimes forget are so important that you don't always lean into?
I don't know. I think I'm doing great. All depends on what child I'm talking to.
That is so true.
It all depends. Now, if I'm talking to this child, it might be patience today.
I think this Angel agree with you. She said, help, patience.
It all depends. I think that I have it covered in most of those, but it all depends on the situation and what is taking place. And is it 5 years in and we're still talking about this? And is it 5 years? You know, so for me, it might be patience. Although I have good patience, it may be patience. And so that's the one that I believe will come up in a place where will remind me that if I'm patient, then empathy will show up in a bigger way and so forth and so on. So I think patience never goes away. Patience never goes away because now you got adult children and they know more than you.
I tell ya, she fostered that independence and now she's looking at us like, my God, on today.
Oh, you know everything.
Oh, you know everything, don't you? All right. Woo, she said, what I need to put on here was humility. Yeah. I'm gonna make another book.
That's another book. Yes, I am.
I'm gonna write another book because humility. How about that? Oh my goodness. Well, if you're just coming on, we are having us a launch party. I'm loving y'all who are participating in the chat. Just know you are not alone, and also be proud of yourselves and the strengths that you have, because there is no need to downplay it. If that's your strength, encourage other people so they know how to do it too, because we all know how it can be so difficult. So help somebody else. Don't judge them if that's not their strength.
Right. Because we all have different. Yeah, we all have different ones for sure.
Woo. Well, remember, this party is a party. So we got another surprise guest coming. Surprise guest coming. All right.
Close my eyes.
I want to say, close your eyes as I get ready to introduce. Okay. So not only was your first guest from the throes of history, we went back in the archives and we said, who could we find that was in the trenches with her?
Can we find one?
All right, so I'm going to ask the producer to go ahead and put her on the screen. My mom's eyes are still closed. All right, this lady, I mean, great part of my childhood, her and her mom. Go ahead and open your eyes. Hey, sister!
Hello. It's Tish. How are you?
I am doing well.
You definitely needed to be here, girl.
I was so psyched when Rachel reached out to me.
Uh-huh.
And I said, well, I was going to be there anyway, but she said, no, I want you to be a special guest.
You got to be my guest. Oh my gosh. Tish. Oh my goodness. Listen, y'all going to have me crying. Oh my goodness. It's so good to see you. You look beautiful.
Thank you. You too. Congratulations. I am so excited for you. And I know that Mama Helen would be so.
She would. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's talk about her. Okay.
And when Rachel said the trenches, girl, we was there.
Mm-hmm.
And I
tell everyone who you are. Don't forget.
I'm sorry. Yes. I'm sorry.
Because I know I threw you off.
I'm getting excited. My name is Tish. I was Woodland back in the day, but now my last name is Norfleet. Mm-hmm. And I currently live in Virginia Beach, and I am the mother of 3 and grandmother of 4. Oh. And I am just so excited. I text my girls. I said, y'all got to join. Y'all got to listen to this. And they are mothers. One's a grandmother, but this is so exciting. And what I've heard so far, it was good to see Pam. It was so good to see Pam.
I know, right? History. The people.
But I love it. This is so good. And I went on my Facebook page and I shared it with my friends. And so I hope somebody joined. But this is so exciting. And I'm so excited for you. Rachel is my birthday twin. Mm-hmm. And I remember, I think Josh and Jessica were 1 or 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. And they came to spend a week with me. Yeah. And when I think about that, I'm so honored that you trusted me. Mm-hmm. With your precious babies, and some parents don't, and I didn't, I told my kids, no, you can't spend the night here, you can't spend the night there, no.
Yeah.
But it was just a blessing, just to have that opportunity to, and then last year when I got to see the fruit of your labor, oh my goodness. Just sitting we were celebrating your birthday, mm-hmm. and just sitting in the living room with your family, mm-hmm. and just to see everything that God, oh Lord, I'm getting ready to cry. Just to see the fruit of your labor, what you put into your children, and the results. Mm-hmm. And it was just amazing. I was sitting there. I was quiet because I was just taking it all in. It was a beautiful thing. It was so beautiful. And so with that said, I have a question.
You have a question?
And so my question is, there is a phrase we say a lot. Mm-hmm. It takes a village. Mm-hmm. Can you talk a bit about the role of community when it comes to parenting?
That's really good. That's a great question. I believe, and I still believe in that phrase, right? It is so true. It does take a village for sure. And of course, your children are born into your family and they have extended family and all of that. But then we get to choose other family members, right? And just a quick story, when we're talking about village, we're talking about community. When I had Joshua, I don't even remember how old he was. And so Tish lived close to us, and Tish taught me how to make macaroni and cheese. Let me plug that in there and some other stuff. But so this is how far back we go. I was so young and so naive in so many things, but I had Joshua. And when I had Joshua, this is how important your village is and your community and the right person, the right people to be there that don't judge you and just make you feel so safe. And I had called Tish because one day Joshua was crying and crying and crying. Then I was crying and he crying, I'm crying, we crying. And so I called her. That's back in the day we had old phones, right? You dial the number where they're connected to the, the wall. So I called Tish and I said, I don't know what's going on. It won't stop crying. And she says, okay, I'm coming over right now. Hung up the phone, and she came over because she's my village, she's my community. She came over, she said, okay, you go lay down. I never forget it because it was my first like postpartum breaking down moment. And so I said, I don't know why he won't stop crying. He just keeps crying. And she said, go lay down. So I went in the room and I laid down. And those moments, every parent that you have those moments, but this village person came over to assure me that this was a natural moment and it was okay. And then Tish, you calmed me first, and then you calmed Joshua down. I don't even remember what was wrong, but that's how important community is, that you shouldn't be isolated, right? You shouldn't try to don't let your pride stop you from calling for help and asking for help. But for me, the important thing was I felt safe to say, come over, help me out. And so community is so important. Her mom, she's not here, she's in heaven now. Mother Salisbury was a part of the community. Tish was a part of my community. Pam was a part of my community. So important. People who will be there to cook a meal, people who painted my toenails because I couldn't even reach my feet to put my shoes on before I had a baby. Community is everything. That person who becomes family to your children, they remember your children may not remember that they change a pamper or wipe up your spit up or whatever, but those things are so important in life, and community and village is what it takes. The person that actually could see beyond you, I believe that everyone needs to have people in their lives who love their children. And specifically for me, because I had so many, it's nice that someone said, they didn't say quote unquote, that's my favorite, but you could see them like kind of just choosing that one and just kind of, nurturing them and making them feel real special. And I thought it was nice. I didn't force that person to, you got to love all my kids. They loved all my children, but community is so good where you have that person who will come pick them up. I didn't let my children sleep over. That's why you got to have a community. You have to have a community where people are able to come into your safe space and your children feel safe and you feel safe. So for me, it's emotional support, right? Community gives you emotional support. That person that will pray for you, that person who will correct your child and not just be giving them ice cream in the morning, right? The right community. Because you have the wrong one. I know your mom don't. She's so strict. You got to have the right community. And Tish is in my community. I remember one time, after we had taken Josh and Jesse down to Virginia, Tish was so in our community that when she was moving away, I cried so hard. Tish, do you remember? I was like, I want to get into the moving truck.
Yes.
Listen, y'all, I was about to have Jessica in like 2 weeks. And my husband had to calm me down because Tish is so my community and she was leaving. And I was like, I need you. I got to go. And he was like, where are you going to sit? Now, there is no seats in the moving truck. Here, this is how crazy I was, y'all. I sit on the floor because she's my community. And when you have your village, your village is so important. And so when you're thinking about people who comes and stays and people who love on you and people who feed you and people who nurture you, both physically, spiritually, and emotionally, man, you cannot do parenting by yourself. And I am so grateful for all the people that were there in my village and how important community is. I see Diane here as well. We even later on got a little nanny because I had so much responsibility. We had to include somebody else into the village. So if you're that person who's like, I don't trust people, you got to go back and get healed so you can include people into your village, because you need to have a village. That child needs to hear somebody say, I love you, but also that same person say, go sit down. That person who's like, I was thinking about you. I bought some shoes for the kids. All of those things. That's your village, man. And you can't do life without them. So I'm trying not to cry thinking about a whole lot of like really good people who were long term in my village. And I just love y'all so much. And Tish, man. Do you remember that?
I do. When you start talking about it, I do. And yes, you were,
I was crashing. I was crashing.
Yes.
But you were so sweet. And you didn't make me feel like a bad mom. You didn't make me feel like, oh girl, what you doing? You know, how some people talk down to you. You built me up. You were like, it's okay. Your voice was soft and empathetic. You were like, it's okay. Just go lay down. The truth is, I probably needed some sleep. You know, so
yeah,
it was
absolutely.
it was just so good. So for everyone who's here, anyone who's going to be parenting, anyone who's going to be in any space, you are important in the village. You are so, don't discount who you are, the value you bring, and the things that you do in that village for that person. Don't ever think you're not valuable, because you are. And Tish has been valuable 37 years later. Josh was 36.
Yes.
And I met her 37 years ago, and 36 years later, she's Aunt Tish. Okay. And so that's how beautiful it is and how wonderful it is to have village.
Amen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amen.
I love it.
I love my babies.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So it's so important. Oh my gosh, our time is running. Y'all still hanging with us?
Our time's doing great. Wasn't that just, isn't it just nice to see friends together? Oh my goodness. It's so good to see you, Tish. Love you.
Love you. Love you.
Love you. Thanks for being here as my special guest, girl.
Oh my gosh, that was so nice. Oh, you had all the feels.
I did. I got some, you know, tears in my eyes.
So nice.
What they say, I'm not crying. It's just water coming out.
It's just water coming out. No, it's okay. We're here for tears. We're here for tears. Yeah. So there's actually a little section of why she even wrote the book. If you don't know why we're here because we're having a book launch. Okay, we're not just chatting about parenting for nothing. We're out here trying to promote the book. Okay, Building Blocks of Parenting. And so there's a little section you wrote, even in the welcome, to let parents know that they're not on their own. So why don't you read a little bit of that section?
All right, let me read to you. Are you listening? Put your listening ears on, ladies and gentlemen. As we embark on this journey together, I want you to know that you are not alone. Parenting is a communal experience, and we learn and grow by sharing our stories, our triumphs, and struggles. This book will be a source of motivation, hope, and insight for you, offering lessons and a sense of championship and encouragement. So take a deep breath and dive into these 7 lessons. Let's savor each one, allowing it to nourish and inspire us as we continue on the most rewarding journey, an extraordinary journey, right? Raising humans is what we're doing. Together, we can build a foundation of love, understanding, and resilience to carry our children into a bright and beautiful future. I just know that we can't do it alone, and I'm so glad that we get to do it together.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
We get to do it together.
That's so beautiful.
Do it together.
So beautiful.
It's not an isolation.
No. And so just know that when you're reading the book, it's not just somebody who's just preaching at you. It's somebody who is your champion, who's your companion. And also look out and keep your ears tuned and your eyes tuned, because there will be a parenting course in small groups soon. So if you're looking like, who is going to be my village? I'm struggling to meet people. You can sign up for the course and get automatically into a group with other people who are committed to the role and the responsibility of parenting their child with grace and with intentionality. So just be on the lookout for that. That's not available today. What's available today is the book. So make sure you order the book. Make sure you order the book. All right. Loving all the love in the chat. Thank you for those who are still rocking with us. We have one more special guest. Okay.
Is the guest coming?
We have one more special guest.
Y'all rocking with me? Yes. Is the guest coming?
Yes.
All right. I'm about to close my eyes. I'm about to close my eyes. It's just one of your kids. It's just one of your kids.
No, I'm kidding. It's not one of your kids. So they're watching and they're supporting. They're cheering you on. We love you so much. No, we have one more guest coming, and you did not meet her at Love Temple. But she was definitely around. She actually got to see you parent up close, which was really cool. And I think she could testify to the validity that you are someone who practices what you teach. All right. And so you can go ahead, my wonderful producer husband, you can go ahead and put her on the screen. We are so grateful that she's here.
Hey, Diane! Hey, mwah, 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 mwah. Hey, girl.
Hello.
Tell the people who you are, where you
I'm
be.
so excited for you. Hello, I am Diane. I am the nanny that she was speaking of. I'm Diane Mills. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I used to live in Delaware, and
Yeah.
I was there at a very, very, very busy time um, in their life with ministry and several businesses going on, and uh, Bishop getting called to speak, you getting called to speak everywhere.
Yeah.
So I was there at a very busy time, and I got to learn firsthand about everything that's probably in that book. I experienced it and seen lots of things. I've grown. I remember when I first got there as the nanny, I was a babysitter before because my friends had children. I used to babysit, and I remember I did not have patience. I learned patience when I got to your house. Um, I remember the number one rule was so hilarious to me was no yelling. I wasn't I wasn't allowed to yell at the children. And I came from a home of yelling. So I'm like, what? How am I supposed to get them to listen? But I learned not to yell, to talk calmly. And I was just amazed how you could just talk calmly to the children and they listen. So that was amazing to me. But I'm so happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are a writer. Second time, I remember way back when I was a nanny. I think Janisha was in Pampers. So, and you were saying way back then that you wanted to be a writer, and to see you accomplish what you said way back then. I'm so proud of you. So happy for you. And I've learned. I appreciate you, and I thank you for so much that I learned from you just from being your nanny.
Oh, I'm so happy to see you and thank you. Listen, y'all, Diane came after I had all 7 children. We had moved, we had just built the house. Just a little backstory so y'all can understand. We had built the house and God was calling me to do a whole lot more on top of all the things that I was doing. And I said to him, I said, listen, let me just talk to you a little bit, Lord. If you want me to do all these things, you're going to have to send help. And Diane came to the church with somebody. This is when we were in Clayton. My husband and I had now been pastoring, I don't even remember how many years. And I probably was looking at the Lord like, I know you ain't calling me to do nothing else, okay? I'm trying to raise the humans. I'm trying to be a leader. And Diane came to the church and she was like, I'm going to help you. So she was helping me during the service time, and I was like, okay, this is nice. And then out of nowhere she came and said, I believe I'm called to help you. And I said, look at God answering. Whoa. And then Diane came to live with us. She came into our home. Janisha was, I believe, like 15 months, 16 months or something. She was really young, and she was the number 7. For those of you who don't know, Janisha is number 7. So during all those times of living, I had my village and different people that came in and out, but Diane came to live with us. And when she came to live with us, that was like a whole different space of life. My life didn't slow down. My life didn't slow down, but Diane was just there to be an asset to help out in ways with the children that was necessary. So I'm just always grateful. Diane is the village. Diane is the family member that again, you get to choose, and God just gives you all of these amazing people. So just love her so much and so thankful for her. Because who's going to show up and say, I'm supposed to help you with 7 children? Everybody's running the opposite direction. Okay. Diane was like, I'm going to be here. I'm sure some days she was like, I'm out, but she stayed and she was with us, and she was just such a blessing. And so I'm just so grateful for her, just so you all understand who she is and what she brought to our lives.
And I have a question for you also, and I've got to experience this firsthand, as far as in church, taking the children to church, and even out in public. Everywhere we went, you and Bishop were complimented on how well behaved the children were. We couldn't go anywhere, and people were so amazed at how well behaved the children was. They would walk up to y'all and tell y'all, your children are so nice, they're so well behaved. So my question is, it's about many Christians bring their kids to church, but don't necessarily know what it looks like to be a kingdom parent. Can you share a little bit about spiritual roles and responsibilities of a parent?
Ooh, big question with a little bit of time. Okay, so put the question back up there, please, producer, so I can actually remember the part that I'm playing. Okay, so that's a really excellent question. One of the things that I really believe is that you can be a born again believer and just bring your children to church, right? And I know that's good, and I feel like that's phase one. But I know that God has called us to play a very responsible role in raising our children with kingdom principles, which means that it starts in our home. Going to church is not where it starts. The church starts in our home. So that looks like my responsibility for me was, I felt this very heavy. So anyone who's here may understand this very well. And if you're new, I want you to feel the weight. My responsibility was to make sure that my children knew the God that I served, right? There's lots of options and lots of things that they can choose. But while they were home with me, it wasn't going to be a statement of, if you live in my home, you got to go to church. It was more of, I want to introduce you to my God. Let's break open the word. Let's have devotion. Let's talk about what it looks like to walk out this life together. You get to be a human being. You get to make mistakes, but these are the principles that we're going to live. I felt very responsible to make sure I modeled that. So what does forgiveness looks like to my child is what I have to do when they trespass against me. I had to show them how forgiveness looked when they did some things. So for me, being a kingdom parent was definitely at the very root of making sure that my child had the option, one, not to be perfect, but to be perfected through the spiritual realm. I wanted them to have faith, not in mom and dad, not in the fact that they go to church, but if they didn't go to church, if they weren't with us, did they know how to pray? Do they know how to read the word? Did they know the importance of God's word? I was big on the spiritual stuff. Some of the natural things, I come back and I've apologized. Maybe I should have helped you with that too. But I know that even in their struggles, if I was not there, they would remember a God who would be there. They would remember a God they could call on. They would remember that they were not alone. They would know that if it all else fails, pick up that Bible and read them scriptures. They will understand that the same God that would do it for mommy and daddy will do it for them, no matter if you're 10, 5, 15, 55, whatever it is. So for me, kingdom parenting was more than taking my children to church and making sure that they dance. It was more that you could dance at home. You can get in this prayer. You're gonna pray through. Right, my children was learning how to pray through, not because mom laid hands, but they learned how to pray through for themselves until they got a breakthrough, until they got that freedom. So kingdom parenting is again another book that I will write, but it's really different than just raising children who said, I was in the church all my life, but was God in you? Were you in God? Would you choose him when everyone else walks away? Would you choose them? So kingdom parenting is the kind of thing that says we're disappointed in what happens in life, and sometimes it's not fair, but God is always just, and we will always show up because God is just, God is faithful. And though people around us act a little bit, God is not like that, right? So for me, kingdom parenting was making sure that I showed them the way, because the Bible says to train them up in the way they ought to go. And sometimes we take that in a space of scholarships and academics, which is nothing wrong with it. I really just chose that the way to go is to go to God. The way to go is to seek him for your purpose. The way to go is to ask him, why did you put me here? Seeking him for the things that he desires for your life. So for me, that's how kingdom parenting really went. And my kids would tell you, mom had us in here praying, okay? And my kids, you gonna fast. Mama ain't gonna fast for you only. You're gonna fast. You're gonna go hungry when mama going hungry, right? And so kingdom parenting is just taking the principles of the kingdom and bringing them to life in our lifestyle, which is everyday living, where church was something we attended and we all came together to fellowship. But the kingdom, it's a lifestyle that we live day by day. Not Janisha saying hungry indeed. But that was building discipline. Kingdom parenting, that was also building discipline in a way that they probably didn't even know that they were going to need it later in life.
Listen, you thought you was interviewing the author, huh, Miss Diane? And you just got the preacher, huh?
Amen.
You saw it rise up, didn't you? You saw it. You said, "Is there an offering? Is there an offering?"
Amen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That was a good word. That was a good word. And you, and you're a witness. I'm gonna say
devotion time.
it is. I'm like, Miss Diane's a witness. We had to do our devotions.
Yes.
We had to pray. We wasn't allowed to just be acting any type of way. She prayed out of us, and you go and pray for yourself too. And then she prayed for you too, didn't she, Miss Diane?
Amen. A lot. Amen.
You became child number 8, didn't you?
I was number 8.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for being here. We love you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations, everyone. Buy the book. It's wonderful. Buy the book.
Thank you.
Now, we're about to get ready to close. Like you said, buy the book. You actually get a free ebook for the first book if you buy the book today, just because a little extra love. But in case you didn't know, she actually left a prayer for parents at the end of every chapter because, like she said, when all else fails, you got to go to God. Mm-hmm. And she can give you all the principles. And you might say, I just don't got it. All right. And you're going to have to pull on the one who is pulling you up.
Yeah, for sure.
So
for sure.
I think it'd be really nice if you could even just we could just do one of the prayers over parents.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna thank you guys one more time, and we're gonna get ready to head out. You all have been just the best party people.
Come on,
just the best.
You're invited to everything.
You are. You really are. I'll save you a plate. All right.
So I just want to pray this prayer for everyone that's listening.
I'm gonna receive it.
And it just says, Heavenly Father, provide us with the wisdom to discipline with love and respect, guiding our children toward righteousness and integrity. In our teaching, let us mirror your gentle hand and combine firmness with grace, that our children may learn the value of boundaries and the power of forgiveness. In Jesus' name, amen. It starts with me. It starts with you. Starts with you. They cannot mirror something that you don't show them. So you got this. You got this.
Listen, as a person who has been loved by this woman for many years, just a gift to get to love you in this way and get to celebrate you. And I'm very, very, very proud of you.
Thank you, baby.
And for those who don't know, our family is in a very, very busy season. And one thing that my mom always mirrored for us is that we take time to celebrate.
Yeah.
And so my mom has been holding it down, y'all. My mom has been holding it down. And we wanted to just have a moment to celebrate what God has done. Like Miss Diane said, my mom has always wanted to write, and she is very, very busy. And this is book number 2, and we just celebrate what the Lord has done through your life. And this is just literally a very small piece of the amount that she has to pour out into enrich us all. And so if you are in relationship with my mom, you know she's a deep well. She's a deep well. And this is just a taste. That's why it's an appetizer. But like I said, celebrate. Show her love, not just today, but all month long, all year long. If you see her at a conference and she's selling the books, just even if you bought a book, buy another one and continue to just shower love in a time where we have so much heaviness and things that are breaking our hearts. Let's always lean into a moment of celebration. So thank you all for coming. Thank you for being with us. And we are just cheering on, like I said, not just the parents, but all those on the parenting team. Let us be the people that we need to be so that we can grow beautiful, healthy, grounded, godly children. With that, this is your time for final words as we get ready to close out.
You know, in my final words, I want to say, of course, thank you. Thank you to Rachel and Errol, who did a lot of work. Thank you to Renee, my other daughter, who did a lot of work to make this happen for me, because like she said, I was holding it down. I just want to say thank you for everyone that's been here, supported me, not just today, but just over time. Those of you who pushed me and said, hey, when is the book coming? When I didn't even have time to even breathe. Thank you so much. I love you all. And I thank you for believing in me. Thank you for praying for me and my family and still praying for us. Thank you for your encouraging words. And thank you for allowing me to just share into your space, even the moments that you ask me some questions. This is the thing that I want to close out with in this moment of the book launch. I want you to remember this, that we get to play all sorts of roles in life. And one of the things that God always reminded me of is when you are in a leadership place, when you are in a parenting place, when you get to impact other people, that is a serious role that you play. And so for the people who are saying, well, I don't know, I've already raised my children, you're still playing a role in life. You're still making impact. And I want you to not dismiss how important it is that you share what's in you. Even if you've made mistakes, it's okay. What did you learn from them? So in closing, I'm thinking about this. In my parenting role as a mom, it is the highest role that I will ever play in life. Why? Because in the legacy of the future, these individuals are carrying inheritance and something so great. And I want you to look beyond the frustration. I want you to look beyond the moments of fear or the moments of doubt and remember the blessing that you get to do with these children, with other people's children, wherever you are in life, and that this is a beautiful space and you get to participate. So for me, as I'm closing out, I want to say thank you again for being with me. And just remember, nothing that you do is wasted, and everything that has, no matter what it is, can be used as a small nugget to make a big impact. I'm Sybil Bull, and this is Just Appetizers, Building Blocks of Parenting, 7 Lessons from a Mama 7. And I'm so happy that you have been with me. Don't forget to buy the book, share it out with someone else, and I look forward to talking with you soon. And thank you, everyone, for the congratulations and for your love. Mwah!
Bye, everyone.
See you. Bye-bye.